Well, hi folks, here we are again. Quick roundup, quick tour. Check my tomatoes out. I've never grown tomatoes as good as this in my life. Look at them. Absolutely amazed at them. These are my Shirleys. They're huge. I'm having to tie the trusses up because they're so heavy they just snap off. But I've never seen tomatoes as prolific as this. They're the plum ones. Started chopping the leaves off now below the trusses that are fully formed, because they're not going to get any bigger, and it just helps them get riper, helps them get the sun to them. But look at the state of that. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Every truss just massive, even the lower ones, which can be pathetic sometimes. So I couldn't be happier with them. These are my cherry ones now, just starting to come right. Same again, just giant trusses. Look, hanging on floor in a pot. Everywhere, like bunches of grapes. Just nothing but tomatoes. There's some mega trusses there. We must have about 300 or 400 on. Little tiny ones. So fantastic. These are the beef steak. Same with these. Big chunky things. They're just everywhere, hanging. Right at the bottom. They just need to go right now. It's just wonderful this year. They just love the heat, don't they, tomatoes? That's it. Peppers, although there's about 12 on each plant, they're starting to get a bit bigger now, so I should get a bumper crop of these, I think, eventually. So they're cracking too. What else? Chilies. Covered in chilies. This is Gary Entropy's Japanese pepper plant. There we go. I don't think they're particularly hot, he says, so I'll be interested to try one of those. But that's done well. Quite a bushy plant. What else have we got? The Joe's long. These are the ones that produce chilies of about 15 inches long. They get a lot longer than that. They'll be down there eventually. Like that one's getting longer. If you can see, they're just humongous things. It's getting that crowded in here. I can't see anything. Prairie fires, but no, everything is doing wonderfully well. And I just cannot believe the size of them tomatoes in the last sort of 2 weeks, how they've come on. No sign of blossom end rot whatsoever because I've been watering with the dolomite lime, which has done the trick. So that's about it for the greenhouse. Couldn't be happier. Absolutely wonderful. I'll just nip up to the plot now and I'll show you what's going on up there. Alright folks, I'll start off in the old pumpkin and marrow patch again. As you can see, they're absolutely flying along now, but unfortunately, as of yet, I've not got any pumpkins set. I tried to hand pollinate this one a few days ago. Whether it's set or not, I don't know. If it gets bigger, obviously it's set, but if it just stays the same size and rots off, then it hasn't set. The trouble is, with pollinating, and when it's raining like this, it washes all the pollen off the male flower, so you can't pollinate it. So hoping for a few warm, dry days now, and hopefully do a bit of hand pollinating. Same thing with the marrows down there. I've hand pollinated them, but I couldn't find any male flowers. All the pollen had washed off. And then onto this giant one here. This is about 20 odd foot long now, this plant, but there's not even a single pumpkin on it yet. It's getting enormous, so if I can get one of those to set on there, I should get a good sized pumpkin, but you can't grow a pumpkin if there aren't any about, so that's a bit disappointing so far. I'll just nip up over into the other bit. I've got my windbreak up still because it was blowing a gale the other day. And this is absolutely flying along now, these marrows. I'll just try and get back a bit. That's just one plant. And it's growing up there. And I've got 2 fruits set on this already. If I can get in. I set this 2 days ago. One there and one there. So I'll let those grow for about a week and see which is growing the fastest and kill the other. Because I only want one on a side shoot. And I want to get another one on the main stem. Like I say, I tried to pollinate that one, but that hasn't worked because that's just gone yellow and died off. There's another one up there that I've just done today, but again, same problems with it having chucked it down. All the pollen had washed off, but there's plenty of time yet. They only take about 5 weeks to grow. So I couldn't be happier with the marrow plants at the moment. Doing really well. Leeks growing away slowly. Doing okay. Setting a lot of peas, which I was hoping to be ready about the end of August. are now podding up already because it's just been such warm weather. Everything's just absolutely flying along. So freezer's full of peas already from the first lot. So the second lot shouldn't be too far behind. And then the red onions, these are actually overwintering ones and they're still growing. None of them have gone to seed. They're a good sized bulb and none of them have gone to seed. They're just about ready now, they're just starting to flop over. So I'll pull those up, get them dried off, and this is where I'm going to plant next year's purple sprouting broccoli for next early spring. This is where my shallots were. I've put some turnips in there. So I'll be thinning those out shortly. The spring onions are now absolutely gigantic. I've never seen spring onions as big in my life. Look at the size of them, they look like leeks. So it just shows if you plant them from module grown, they just seem to take off stupendously. So good stuff. And again, parsnips and stuff going good guns. Good guns. Anyway, we'll go into the next bit. Well, that's where the first lot of peas were, the ones that I grew in a gutter initially, and they just all came in about 10 days. So I think we got 32 pound of peas, podded, not podded, but in the pods. That's the weight I got off a 10-foot row. So I've never had a better crop in my life. These are some shallots I planted, so they've not actually seen any daylight while the peas have been growing, but they'll perk up. It's just an extra few bonus shallots. That's the purple sprouting broccoli. It's just starting to sprout a bit, but I don't think I'll bother with that again, to be honest. It's not been that successful. Third lot of lettuce now. Excuse me. Right, these are my second lot of lettuce because all the first ones are all finished now. The second ones are all ready. They just loved it in the heat, and now with this bit of wet we've had, they'll fly along. Little gems again, some iceberg. The multigrain, my favourite lettuce now. And then I've got this other one. This is the darkest lettuce I've ever seen. I've forgotten what it's called. I got it free with a magazine, but looks quite good. What it tastes like, you'll never know. But there's some cabbages. They were the greyhounds. We've already had one of those, and they're hearting up nicely now. They're really good, really sweet ones. So I'm happy with those. These are the banana shallots. Really bulking up now. They'll be good 2 or 3 ounces in weight. I can get down and try and show you the sort of size. They're getting big, they're swelling up now. I'll give those another month or so. Then harvest those and dry them. Garlic, still flying along, still growing. So I've no need to harvest that until it starts yellowing and falling over when I get it as big as I can. Still not had any rust, so I've been lucky with that. So it's going good, it's growing well. Potatoes still growing really well. These are all main crops now. I've got a few sort of salad potatoes still, first earlies. I'll just try and get in the middle. We had the strong wind and it didn't do that much damage actually, it just blew a few into the middle, but it's not too bad. So I've got a couple of pots of Anya left, and then the rest are Sarpo Mira, Golden Wonder, King Eddies, and a few Kestrel. Right, finally we'll just go into the jungle zone, because that's what it's starting to look like in here at the moment. French beans, getting absolutely armfuls of them, getting sick of them already. Cobras, they just crop really, just crazily, absolutely crazy. This is one of my squashes, and that's just growing like a triffid, absolutely crazy. Starting to get fruit appearing everywhere, little fruit. I'll show you this. I've got some others, I've got 2 more, and they're actually got tons more fruit on than this. Right, that's the other bit. There is a courgette and 2 squashes in amongst that. Oh, and 2 cucumbers, which are now having to fight their way up because everything's growing so quickly. And I'll just show you, try and get in and see, show you some of the fruit. They're the little immature fruits. They're these squashes, one there, one there. I think there's a bigger one at the back there. But they're lovely. They weigh about £2 when they're done. Little squashes, they're great roasted, and they store for about 6 months. They just store all the winter. Courgettes, growing tons more courgettes, so I'm getting sick of those as well. What else have we got? Like I say, cucumbers. These are just those Marketmore Burpless Tasty Green and Marketmore they're called. Just those little ugly small ones, but they're a nice taste. onions, big onions in pots. That's about 21 inches now. That's some of my ones in the pots. Just have to keep taking these dead leaves off every now and again. So they're doing okay. They're not doing as well as I've got one big one in a bed. Carrots again, absolutely storming along. I've had a root about and they're about 1.5 inches long at the top, so they should be good. Long carrots are doing better than they've ever grown for the last few years. So I think it's the last time I'm going to grow them, because it is a lot of hassle and a lot of work digging the sand out and stuff. So I hope we get a really good one this year. More of my Kelsey show onions. They're not the giant ones. These are some more of my Kelsey show onions. They're getting really nice shape now. Getting on for about 19 inches. A nice globe, sort of flask shape. So I'll give those till about maybe the 10th of August before I pull them up and dry them for a month, ready for the shows. But I couldn't be happy with those really. Not had any problems at all this year with them. And finally I'll just show you the big one, which is here. That's a 2-litre bottle of pop there. Bottle of water. So it's still pumping out leaves, still growing steadily. So it's quite a big one, as you can see. There we go. So anyway, it's just about to start thundering again. We've got away with, I think, some of the thunder and lightning, but it's so humid, you can feel it building up. I'll just show you the sky. It's looking a bit grim, but it should have done the soil good, because it's been a bit dry. So anyway, I think that's about it, folks, before I get struck by lightning. Just another quick roundup. See you later.